Good morning. I'm Brianne Nadeau, council member for Ward 1 and chair of the council's Committee on Public Works and Operations. Today is Tuesday, January 28th, and I am calling to order the council period 26 organizational meeting of the Committee on Public Works and Operations. The time is 10:05 a.m. I'd like to note we have a quorum consisting of myself and Ward 7 council member Wendell Felder and at-large council member Robert White. Today, the committee will consider and vote on the following measures. Rules of organization and procedure for the Committee on Public Works and Operations for Council Period 26 Resolution of 2025, Committee on Public Works and Operations Staff Appointment Resolution of 2025, and Unauthorized Private for Hire Vehicle Investigation Authorization Resolution of 2025. The Committee on Public Works and Operations is responsible for matters relating to the general operation and service of government, including procurement, human rights, partnerships, and grants management, matters relating to LGBTQ affairs, veterans affairs, matters affecting administrative law and procedure, consumer and regulatory affairs, recycling, waste management, and regulation of for hire vehicles. The following agencies, councils, committees, and commissions come within the purview of this committee: Advisory Committee on Street Harassment, Advisory Committee on the Office of LGBTQ Affairs, Commission on Fashion, Arts, and Events, Commission on Human Rights, Contract Appeals Board, Department of For Hire Vehicles, Department of Licensing and Consumer Protection, Department of Public Works, Deputy Mayor for Operations and Infrastructure, shared jointly with the Committee on Transportation and the Environment, Emancipation Commemoration Commission, For Hire Vehicle Advisory Council, Interfaith Council, Office of Administrative Hearings, including the Advisory Committee to the Office of Administrative Hearings and the Commission on Selection and Tenure of Administrative Law Judges, Office of Contracting and Procurement, Office of Human Rights, Office of LGBTQ Affairs, Office of Partnerships and Grants, Office of Risk Management, Office of Chief Technology Officer, Office of Veterans Affairs, and the Office on Religious Affairs. I'm excited to begin another council period as chair of the Public Works and Operations Committee. The agency under this committee play an important role in the day-to-day quality of life of district residents, businesses, and visitors. They keep our public spaces clean, protect residents from discrimination, ensure businesses are properly licensed and responsive to consumers, and maintain the technology which connects each of us to city services. I look forward to collaborating with the members of this committee, agency directors, the mayor, and the public to ensure that the essential is carried out effectively and that the necessary is not neglected. With these rules largely mirror the governing council rules for council period 25. With that, I'm recommending the approval of the rules of organization and procedure for the Committee on Public Works and Operations for the council period 26 resolution of 2025. Is there any discussion on the report? I see we've also been joined by Ward 4 Councilmember Janice Liz George. Thank you. Is there any discussion on the report? Hearing none. At this time, I move to approve the rules of organization and procedure for the Committee on Public Works and Operations for Council Period 26 Resolution of 2025 with leave for staff to make technical conforming and editorial changes. All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
The vote is unanimous. The ayes have it. Thank you. The Committee on Public Works and Operations Staff Appointment Resolution of 2025 appoints the following staff for the committee: David Menny as Legislative Director, Ariel Ardura as Committee Director, Sabrine Cotty as Senior Legislative Assistant, Abby Boschert as Legislative Assistant, and Amanda Chulik as Legislative Assistant. With that, I'm recommending the approval of the Committee on Public Works and Operations Staff Appointment Resolution of 2025. Is there any discussion on the report?
Chair, I would just like to
Yes.
say, I think you have an outstanding group of staff, and I look forward to working with them. They are committed public servants, and so I look forward to doing the good work with such an amazing group of staff policymakers here in the city.
Thank you for your kind words, Council Member. With that said, I move to approve the Committee on Public Works and Operations Staff Appointment Resolution of 2025 with leave for staff to make technical conforming and editorial changes. All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it unanimously. Thank you. Finally, I'm moving a committee resolution, the Unauthorized Private for Hire Vehicle Investigation Authorization Resolution of 2025. The purpose of this resolution is to authorize an investigation by the committee into the unauthorized operations of Yazam Inc., doing business in the District of Columbia as the ride-hailing app Empower. The company continues to act in violation of a D.C. Court of Appeals decision affirming that Empower is subject to the regulatory authority of the Department of For Hire Vehicles. The committee's continuing investigation will examine the extent of Empower's violations and the impact of its continued operation on riders, operators, and the for hire vehicle industry as a whole. It will also calculate the total amount the company owes to the district in unpaid taxes, civil penalties, and other fees, which we already know at least surpasses $100 million. The ultimate goal is for the committee to determine if updates to district law are necessary to ensure the protection of riders and enforcement against future unauthorized activity. My staff has been in coordination with the DC Attorney General's Office and the Department of For Hire Vehicles as we've commenced this work. Late last year, the district again prevailed in the courts, which ordered in no uncertain terms that Empower shall immediately cease operations as a digital dispatch service and private sedan business, to include a prohibition on using the Empower platform to provide any rides which originate or terminate in the district until such time as they have registered as a private for hire vehicle company. Unfortunately, even when faced with such a clear decision from the Court of Appeals, Empower continues their refusal to come into compliance and is even escalating their opposition strategies. Considering that this strategy for avoiding accountability appears to rest on trying to push legislation that would favor their business model, it's more important than ever that council and this committee remain firm in its position. I appreciate my fellow committee members for supporting this investigation when it was first authorized last fall, and look forward to working with you in your offices as we move toward document requests and public hearings in the first half of the year. With that, I'm recommending the approval of the unauthorized private for hire vehicle investigation authorization resolution of 2025. Is there any discussion on the report? Hearing none, at this time, I move to approve the unauthorized private for hire vehicle investigation authorization resolution of 2025 with leave for staff to make technical, conforming, and editorial changes. All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it unanimously. Thank you. Is there any other business before the committee? There being no further business, the time is 10:12 a.m. and this organizational meeting of the Committee on Public Works and Operation is adjourned. Thank you.